Welcome, everybody, to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees the release of the crime drama Uncut Gems hitting store shelves, along with the action-adventure remake Charlie's Angels, the animated adventure movie Spies in Disguise, as well as the dramatic biopic Bombshell, and Scream Factory is releasing a Blu-ray edition of the 1981 horror film Inseminoid, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart, and do I really have to say anything, guys? Yeah. You can pretty much guess it. They have none of the new releases out at this Walmart at all. None of them, man. I mean, they do have some of last week's stuff. They do have Queen and Slim. They do have that Neza Blu-ray DVD, and the 4K. So they do have that. But that's it. Like, there's nothing else, man. I mean, there's no other new releases whatsoever from this week. There's none. And the weird thing about it is that there is no tags for any of the new stuff either. They didn't even, like, bother to move anything around. There's just no new tags out. I didn't bother to put any of the new stuff out at all. Nothing. It's the same old stuff, man. They haven't even bothered one bit, dude, which is really weird. On top of that, actually, all of the sort of indie titles and everything, all that stuff is the same stuff from weeks and weeks and weeks ago. They haven't changed out a single thing over at this Walmart. Not a single thing they've changed yet. I mean, nothing. You've seen other Walmarts that I've showed off that have had the newer indie titles that have come in and all the new releases, and this Walmart is so far behind, which is so weird. They have the same stuff, man. I mean, they have The Courier, and they have 3022 and Being, Kill Team, My 9, Dark Encounter. They have all the same stuff, dude. It's just weird, dude. They still have even ICU. Now, this movie actually just got an announcement from Arrow Video that they're releasing, like, a Blu-ray edition of this movie, and I'm like, I mean, this movie's decent, but does it really need an Arrow Video edition? I don't know, not really, but yeah, they still have that stuff. They have those 4Ks that I showed off. They really have nothing new in the 4K department, all really the same stuff, except for they do have those Bond ones that did actually come out quite recently, which is so weird now that these Bond titles have actually come out now, because of the coronavirus. They actually moved Bond No Time to Die to November. So now these editions are out there, and the music video for No Time to Die with the theme song, all that stuff is out there for the promotion. Hell, I think Daniel Craig is doing Saturday Night Live, all in promotion of No Time to Die, and the goddamn thing got pushed back to November, which is so weird. So these editions now, I don't know, are we going to get newer editions with different covers and everything come like October, November time? Which would be really weird, but yeah. That they have that here too. And there's one other thing that I'm seeing over here that sort of piqued my interest, but again, all of it is the same stuff, dude. None of it is new. All of it is the same stuff that we've seen before. There's nothing, new this week here at this Walmart. But the only interesting thing that I did see over here is they do have the complete series of Birds of Prey, which I never actually knew that there was a TV show for Birds of Prey. I really never did, actually, so this is really new to me. If you guys know anything about Birds of Prey, definitely let me know. It seems really interesting. When New Gotham needed a hero, 3 Step Forward, Huntress, and everything. It's really interesting. I know a little bit about Birds of Prey as far as like comic book stuff. Obviously, there's the Harley Quinn movie now, but really, this seems so much different than the Harley Quinn movie that I saw. So, I don't really know much about this. It looks really interesting to me. And there's been so many iterations of like DC on TV, like with Batman and other sort of iterations of Superman and everything, that I've never actually seen this one. Did this one kind of get swept under the radar? It kind of seemed like it might have, because again, I heard nothing about this one. If you guys did, definitely let me know. Looks kind of interesting, actually. But other than that, yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is so, like, just amazing how so much lack of effort here, guys, really. I mean, the same old indie titles that we've seen, the same old new releases. They haven't even moved over any of the shelving or anything, other movies to accommodate for the new releases this week. Nothing. Like, the most minimum amount of effort. It's crazy, dude. It is really, really friggin' wild, man. And then we are over here, guys, at the $5 bin over here at Walmart. Now, they did move it. It was over on the other shelves over there, sort of on the end, but they moved it over here now, guys. And yeah, I'm just sort of like piling through and looking at some of this stuff, and I mean, they got some good titles here for $5, man. I mean, Mortal Kombat, they got the Blu-ray DVD of Goodfellas, Constantine, they got that, Hacksaw Ridge, Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. Never Ending Story, nice. I wish this would get some sort of, like, Criterion release or something. I really would wish that would. Oh, God, I haven't seen that one in a while. Shit. Oh, good movie. I like that one. Let's see. Goosebumps, not bad. Yeah. I don't know. You know, it's just kind of weird, guys, because isn't it so bad that the $5 bin has more selection than them actually putting out the new releases? Oh, this is actually a really good movie. I like that one. Yeah, it's a real shame, guys, that honestly, there's more selection here than you would get any of the other new releases that they have. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you seriously can't stock the new stuff? Really? It doesn't take that much effort. Move tags, move some movies over, and that's it, dude. I mean, I think they're just used to piling a lot of crap on top of the $5 bin and calling it a day. The less work humanly possible. I mean, there's some decent stuff here for $5. It's not bad. Some interesting titles, a lot of selection. Unfortunately, definitely not as much as they should have. And you want to know what? None of the new releases, which is a damn shame for this place. All right, let's head out. Why do I even bother, man? Why do I even bother? I'm now really considering, why do I even bother, man? I mean, this is a big week for releases. There's 4 main huge titles that came out this week, guys. 4. I mean, there's a big sort of animated kids movie that came out. There's sort of, you know, these big sort of Oscar-worthy releases. And this Walmart has none of that, which is so weird to me, guys. It's really, honestly, so weird, dude. I mean, I thought that this Walmart was getting better, and then, you know, sort of last week happened and they had nothing, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it's a slower release week, you know, this week will be a bounce back, and no, not at all, not in the least bit, dude. And I'm now starting to really believe the theory that you guys have told me, that basically these employees, some of them just really do not give a damn, and they do not care about putting these releases out for people. Hell, I've seen so many people who have actually come through and have actually, like, looked for some of the titles that came out this week and nothing. It's so weird, dude. So yeah, it's so odd that they just kind of don't care, which is really odd, dude. Not every Walmart is created equal. Hell, I pretty much have proved it over the course of this year so far, man. It's a real shame, dude. I hope that they come out with some really new releases here and get the media out, but for the time being, it ain't happening here. At least not right now, guys. Well, sorry they didn't have any selection, guys. Hate to say it, but this one's a bust. Let's head to the next location, and hopefully we'll see a hell of a lot more than we saw here. All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. And really, we can only go up from here. Really, honestly, we can only go up from here, guys. I swear to you. Because, you know, it just really baffles me sometimes. You know, every time I hear somebody say physical media is dying, or the sales are not there, and streaming is taking over, and I sort of look at them with real bewilderment. Because I see these titles selling. I see people buying the media. But that's if the media is actually in the stores. And that's what really counts. Is you have to have the media in the stores in order for people to actually buy the goddamn disc. So when I see that at Walmart, it's not that I'm trying to be mean and belittle employees or anything like that. I'm trying to point out that this needs to change. It needs to get better. When I point out, I'm just saying, hey, look, this sucks. Make this better, and you're going to find the sales. It's as simple as that, man. That's what it is. I'm just pointing out the obvious. And, you know, I get it, man. Sometimes employees are really not feeling it. I understand. Sometimes I go to work, and I am not feeling this at all. Not one goddamn bit. I'm not feeling it 1% But I still put my heart into it. And the reason why I put my heart into it as much as I do is because I care about the customers that I'm serving. I'm caring about, you know, the fact that people get what they're looking for. And yeah, you know, work sucks at times and you really don't like it and you really, you know, you just want to be home relaxing or watching a movie or bullshitting with somebody. But, you know, when you're there, you work, you're getting paid, just put up the shit, man. That's all, dude. That's just my, you know, mini rant about Walmart, dude. Is that, you know, I love Walmart and they have some really cool releases that you just can't find anywhere else. But you got to put the stuff up in order for people to find it. That's simple, man. That being said, Walmart is just, you know, off its rocker at times. Sometimes it's just not great. But Target has actually had a really good, you know, 2020 so far. They've actually had some solid selection. They've had some great exclusives. And, you know, I've actually been starting to gain more hope at Target than I actually have at Walmart. Weird times, I know, guys, but I'm looking forward to what Target has. I know we'll definitely see a good bit, heck of a lot more than we saw over at Walmart. So how about we head in and check it out? All right, everybody, we are in at Target over here, and hey, look, they actually have some new movies to talk about. Crazy, right? Yeah, I know. The first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of Spies in Disguise for $27.99. The Blu-ray DVD and digital for $22.99. The DVD only for $19.99. And oh yes, we also have an only at Target exclusive 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital for $32.99. And it comes with a limited edition, includes Super Spy Training Manual. Very nice. Look at that. Awesome. Very cool, man. Of course, when you are wanting to be a super spy, of course, it just makes sense that you need the manual. Duh. And really nice, actually, artwork there, man. Very different from this artwork here. I actually, not gonna lie, I kind of prefer this artwork. I actually kind of do. This artwork's not bad, though. I really do enjoy this artwork quite a bit. But two very different stylistic artworks. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. Now, I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and as you guys know, I'm not the hugest fan of animated movies. It's not a genre that I really go towards a lot of times, guys. But honestly, with this one, I really enjoyed it. I watched it. I had a fun time with this one. I like the characters. I like sort of Will Smith playing this sort of 007 super spy type of guy who really is one of the best spies and does everything on his own. And this one time where he can't really do it on his own and he really depends on this young guy, kid, who's sort of coming up in the ranks and somebody who has all these great ideas that no one really listens to, and they sort of become best buddies and friends and colleagues and learn to trust one another. And it's actually a really good animated movie. I think the animation here is really well done. I think it's gorgeous. I think the voice acting is really good. I had a fun time with this one. I thought the action, as far as, animated form, I thought was really cool as well. It definitely reminded me a lot of sort of cool, older style spy flicks just in animated form. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was quite good, man. I know it didn't get a lot of love at the box office, but it's actually well worth checking out, man. I really did enjoy this one. Spies in Disguise, not bad movie, actually. Not bad at all. Definitely give that one a look, guys. Then over here, I'm also seeing they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital of Charlie's Angels for $24.99. They also have the Blu-ray DVD and digital for $19.99, and the DVD over here for $17.99. Now, actually, slightly different artwork on the Blu-ray and the 4K right here. So the 4K has sort of that sort of white background, and the Blu-ray has more of that sort of bluish background there. I actually kind of like the white a little bit more. I think it's kind of a little bit better, actually. The blue's not bad, but I kind of like the white a bit. I honestly do. Now, I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and you can guess I was not interested in checking this movie out in the theaters, guys. In fact, a lot of the guys and I, we would be at movies and we'd see the trailer and they all kind of looked at me like, "You're not really gonna watch this one, are you, Seth? Really?" And I'm like, I said, "Well, I eventually got to watch it at some point." And they're like, you're just torturing yourself." And I'm like, I'm gonna have to check it out and give it a chance. And to be honest with you guys, I like a lot of the other Charlie's Angels iterations. I just never really thought we needed another Charlie's Angels movie. Nobody was really out there sort of going out of their way to champion another Charlie's Angels film. It just was like, okay, I guess we're just going to do it. And I gotta admit, after watching this movie, there really is no point to this film. I mean, I know it's supposed to be girl power and it's supposed to be, a statement on strong women, and I get that, I understand it. But this movie is just really dull, and it's kind of lifeless. The action is not really all that great. The characters are not really all that interesting. They try to be sort of hipster and edgy and funny, and they try to be so many things all rolled into one, and it just didn't quite work for me, guys. I felt it was really lacking, and just I just felt like it was just a waste to me, a real big waste of a movie, and a lot of these actors' talents, and of Elizabeth Banks and Patrick Stewart, and this thing was a real dud, dude. It just felt like it had no life to it. It didn't have any sort of spunk or flavor to it that I would really consider a great sort of female action-led movie. It was very dry, and it's a real shame because they're trying to capitalize on the Me Too movement. They're trying to capitalize on all these strong ladies and women, and make a real powerhouse statement about strong ladies and how they can do anything. And there's a real great statement there. It just doesn't catch fire to me, dude. And that's really the problem. This 100% entertaining, unapologetically fun, and told best. I don't know what fucking movie they were watching, but it certainly wasn't the one I was, man. This movie is complete dog. It's not dog. God. Well, it is dog crap because I think it just took an idea that we didn't need this film, but on top of that, I think in some ways it really sort of set women back a little bit. In fact, it's like you don't need the Charlie's Angels anymore. I think the Charlie's Angels brand is kind of irrelevant at this point. There's other really great, powerful female characters out there in action movies that really speak better to female empowerment than this movie does. It really, guys, I wish I could be nice to this movie, but I can't. This movie is, yeah, it was a real letdown. I kind of knew it would be a letdown in some ways before I watched it, but I was really hoping I was going to be wrong. Some great talent here, but it's all wasted. It really is wasted, dude. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Bombshell for $19.99. Now, actually talk about a movie that has some really interesting and strong females. I caught this one on Amazon Prime, and I have to admit that I wanted to watch this in the theater, but I never actually got a chance to. It's based on the true story of a lot of these ladies who worked for Roger Ailes over at Fox News, and the sexual harassment that they dealt with under this guy, and how they were trying to sort of take down the establishment and trying to be powerful women in this sort of news cycle place that really wasn't allowing them to be that way. I thought it was a brilliant movie, dude. I thought it was really fantastic. I thought the acting here across the board is awesome. Charlize, Nicole, Margot, and many, many more did such an amazing, powerful job, man. The acting here is amazing. Just for this alone, the acting would be worth just to check out. But just seeing what they had to deal with under this guy, played by Roger Ailes, or actually played by John Lithgow, who is doing a great job as Roger Ailes, I should say, under that really fantastic makeup. And there's moments when you're watching this movie that you feel really uncomfortable. You're really uncomfortable for these women, really uncomfortable for what they had to deal with under this guy, and just how sort of women are treated in this news cycle world. It's really fascinating, really interesting. I really enjoyed it quite a bit, even though it did make me uncomfortable at moments of just what women really have to deal with in the workplace, and how they're viewed much more differently than men. I thought it was a really great statement, really interesting movie, and definitely well worth your time to check out, guys, honestly. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray of Uncut Gems for $19.99 and the DVD for $14.99. Now, oh boy, I got a chance to catch this one on Amazon Prime, and I'm so pissed that I didn't catch this one in the theaters, guys, because I really love this one quite a bit, dude. I thought this was really, really fantastic, dude. Basically, it's about this sort of jeweler who has his own sort of jewelry shop, Jewish guy played by Adam Sandler, who is just one seedy dude, man. He owes money from every single person all over the place, dude. Everybody's trying to collect their money. He's always scheming somebody or something. He's got a mistress that he's laid up with, a family that he barely sees, kids that he's not really paying attention to. And he's just trying to do the next best score, and he gets this gem, and he's trying to, like, make a lot of money off it and pay these people back, and getting in more deeper debt. And it's just a wild ride of a movie with such a powerful performance by Adam Sandler. He's so awesome here. I really love the movie quite a bit. I think it has its fun moments. I think it has its thrilling, dramatic moments. You're definitely on the edge of your seat at times. I thought this was a really powerful, fantastic movie, dude. I can't say enough high things about this. I really can't. I thought it was an enjoyable movie to watch, and it's very fast-paced. The movie is like 2+ hours long, but it doesn't feel like 2+ hours. It feels just like a real breeze, dude, of a movie. Very breezy. It goes by really fast, man, and you're just enjoying the ride with this character and with Sandler, dude. It's a really fantastic movie, man, and I can see why a lot of people really enjoy this movie, because it really is absolutely phenomenal and really fantastic. Honestly, high recommend for me to definitely check this movie out, guys, just for Sandler alone, but just a wild and crazy ride of a movie that definitely has to be seen to be believed, and you You get invested in his character and what he goes through. Yeah, dude, I really enjoyed this one quite a bit, man. High recommendation, by far. Huge one. Not bad selection, man. We got the new releases. We got a hell of a lot of Charlie's Angels, which I don't know why they got that, because something tells me that ain't gonna sell worth shit, man. They also got that really great exclusive. Not bad this week. Not bad at all. All right. Let's head out. I knew we would be getting good selection over here at Target. I just kind of know by now that when I come in here, if it's a good release week, there's a lot of titles coming out, you know Target's going to have good selection, and they definitely did, man. They had all the new releases. They had an exclusive as well, which I was damn glad to see an exclusive here. I didn't think this was going to be the week for exclusives, but I knew they may or may not have had one for Spies in Disguise, and glad they did, so that's definitely one right there for you guys to check out if you're into the movie as well. Of course, they don't have any of the indie stuff here, but Target sort of rarely does, man. But again, way better than the Walmart that I went to by far, guys. So they had a lot of really great stuff here. A lot of the variety and the selection, all the new releases. So definitely, if you're looking for stuff and you can't find stuff over at Walmart like I couldn't, definitely come to your Target for sure, guys. Not bad this week. Not bad at all, man. Target came through yet again. All right, let's head to the next location and see what we can find. All right, everybody. Did I say we were going to the next location? Well, I did, but it's not the third location. It's actually, yes, Walmart. We are back at this wonderful Walmart that, you know, they just love me, guys. They just love me so much. Right. I have captured the best I possibly can, guys. But yes, we are at this Walmart. I wanted to see whether this one had the new releases, whether it has some interesting indie titles this week, maybe see if they actually filled the shelves this week compared to what we saw them last time. So, well, let's see what this Walmart has to offer. Hopefully, a hell of a lot more than the last one did. Let's head in. All right, guys, we are in at this Walmart, and they do have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital of Spies in Disguise for $29.96. The Blu-ray DVD Digital $22.96 and the DVD $19.96 over here. They also have the DVD of Uncut Gems for $14.96 and the Blu-ray Digital for $19.96 over here. They also have Charlie's Angels, the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital for $24.96. The Blu-ray DVD Digital for $19.96 and the DVD for $17.96. I do have that over here. They also have Bombshell for $19.96 and the DVD for $14.96 as well. So they do have all the new releases at this Walmart. Plus they have some indie titles like Inherit the Viper. For siblings Kip and Josie dealing over this, yes, their family business, their own. Huh. That looks interesting. God, it's been a while since I've seen Josh Hartnett in anything. God, whatever happened to Josh Hartnett? He was so huge in Hollywood and so big and doing all these projects, and then he sort of went the way of the dinosaur. God, it's been so long since I've seen him in anything. This looks interesting. Inherit the Viper. They have that. They also have Underdog. The DVD for $9.96, the Blu-ray DVD for $14.96. She wasn't fighting to win, she was fighting for her life. Interesting. What is this? Almost like reminds me of the cover of like $1 Million Baby or something. This is getting in the ring, sort of boxing and fighting and perseverance. Looks good. Underdog. They also have this sort of collector's edition of the 10 Commandments for $14.96. They have the 1923 and 1956 feature films included in one set. Includes collectible gallery book. Look at this. Nice. I think I watched the 1956 one years ago, but never seen the 1923 one. It's really cool that actually Walmart is carrying this. course, The Ten Commandments is absolutely a classic movie. A lot of special features, too. Nice. If you're big into these religious films and you've never watched Ten Commandments, definitely do it. It's, it's one of those films that, I don't think I'll ever really revisit again, but I'm glad I, at least as a film buff, got to watch it. This is not a bad one. Not bad at all. Actually, really cool that they have the Ten Commandments here. Nice. And a really nice set, too. If you're a film buff and love the Ten Commandments, definitely check this one out. Not bad at all, man. And then over here, guys, I'm seeing they have a lot more 4K Ultra HD love right here. They have all three of the John Wicks. John Wick 3 for $19.96, the other two for $14.96. Suicide Squad for $14.96. Actually, the 40th anniversary edition of Apocalypse Now for $19.96, which is a really fantastic price. Tomb Raider, The First Pacific Rim, Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions, Central Intelligence, all those are $14.96 as well. Great price on those. The Lego Batman movie, Man of Steel, Commuter, Hostiles, the new Hellboy movie on 4K for $12.96. I wish the movie was better because that's a piece of shit, but $12.96 is a really great price, man. Warcraft, The Huntsman, the second Pacific Rim movie, all those are actually $11.88, which is really good. Then you also have some PG-13 bondage love right here with 50 Shades Freed and 50 Shades of Grey for $11.88. Very interesting. If you want to see some interesting sort of low-rent bondage on 4K, then go right ahead. Be my guest. They also have the fourth Jason Bourne movie, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Puppet Master The Littlest Reich for $7.96. That's a really great price. And I've actually watched this movie, and this is not a bad one, actually. It's actually a pretty decent Puppet Master movie. Mind you, I haven't seen all the Puppet Master films, but this one's actually pretty decent. I like this one quite a bit, man. It's not bad, honestly. 4K, it's not bad. They also have actually Mayhem on 4K for $7.96. That's a great price, dude. And it's a really, really wild, over-the-top, violent movie, but so good, dude. $7.96 is a great price, especially with the slip. That's really nice. Deepwater Horizon, Robin Hood, $9.96. Hunter Killer, Terminator 2, $9.96, and Hacksaw Ridge as well. Some other ones here I'm seeing they have Shadow, the Starship Troopers ones, Trolls, some of the same ones we saw before. Men in Black International, that motherfucker's got to go down quite a bit before anyone's going to buy that shit. Scarface as well. They have a lot of the same stuff here. The First Purge as well, which I honestly really do like the First Purge. It's not the best out of all the Purge movies, but I kind of enjoy it. It kind of was cool to see the beginnings of it. I know they're thinking about doing more Purge movies in the future, but I'm kind of honestly against it, but I don't know about it, man. I mean, the First Purge wasn't bad, though. But, still a lot of the same selection that we saw before. Even the new Angel Has Fallen movie, that one's $14.96 on 4K here. That's a really great price as well. On top of all those pre-coronavirus Bond 4Ks that came out, man. Very interesting stuff, man. There's a lot of more 4K love here than the other Walmart Indeed, man. And some really great prices as well. I'm also seeing here, guys, they have The Adventures of A.R.I., My Robot Friend, for $9.96. Ooh, it's actually Dove approved. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that cut cover. Like your friendly neighborhood robot that just happens to be hanging out with a squirrel. Ha ha ha, look at that shit. That's great. He's out of this world. Look at that, man. Built by a genius, rescued by a hero. It was funny, thrilling family adventure. A boy named Noah finds a broken his dad's tech job. Henley Rube with already smart. Sort of a little kid becomes friends with this mysterious robot. God, these are the type of family films that you would see like back in the day on VHS. Like weird stuff getting made, dude. Like it reminds me of like, stuff like Short Circuit back in the day, or like the Skateboard Kid, like stuff like that, dude. Like weird stuff that is family friendly but is so odd. Man, I can't believe this shit gets made, dude. Nowhere else but Walmart, I swear. Interesting. I don't like, almost like some sort of weird like robot version of My Pet Monster or something. God, it's so weird, dude. This is one of those that really baffles me how this stuff gets made. I don't know, man. I think this robot's gonna turn into like a fucked up version of Chappie or something. Jeez. Very interesting, dude. Definitely let me know what you guys think of that one. Jeez. Then I'm also seeing here they also have the DVD digital of John Henry. Justice Hits Hard. Look, with Terry Crews and Ludacris. Interesting. Look at that. These streets need a savior. Terry Crews stars as ex-gang member John Henry, acquainted with the violence. So he's got to take out the gang leader in the gritty streets, and the gang leader is Ludacris. Dude, I love Terry Crews. He would use Ludacris as a toothpick, dude. Honestly, like there's like no contest, man. And is Ludacris like lighting up a like dynamite? Like what is this, Looney Tunes? What the hell? Interesting. I love Terry Crews, man. Ludacris, I've only really ever liked him in the Fast and the Furious movies, and even then, you know, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. But yeah, he's no match for Terry Crews, dude. Yeah, no match at all, man. Then I'm also seeing they have Waiting for Anya. War Has No Escape. From Warhorse author Michael. I mean, is that the kid from Stranger Things? Wait a minute. Yeah, it is. Noah Schnapp. Oh shit. John Reno, Angelica Houston. Oh, that's interesting, man. Waiting for Anya. Huh? Almost like a World War II like Nazi movie, inspired by a true story. During the heroes of World War II, a young boy, Nazi-occupied France. Interesting. I really do like a lot of these sort of World War II Nazi-style dramas. This looks kind of interesting and a great cast, man. Especially like the kid from Stranger Things. I didn't really know he was doing much. That's interesting. If you guys know much about Waiting for Anya, let me know. It looks cool, actually. Not bad at all. Then over here, guys, I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray of The Witch Subversion for $14.96, the DVD for $12.96 right here. Interesting. The action sensation of the year. I kind of feel like, doesn't like big action movies sort of always get that sort of like endorsement, like it's the best action movie of the year until the next big action movie of the year? Yeah, okay. Deliriously entertaining action. A young girl lives with her adopting parents after. I'm always kind of curious about these sort of Japanese action movies. I've seen some, but I haven't seen them all. They're kind of interesting. They don't really get a lot of love here in the States. A lot of times they're more just sort of dumped here in the States on DVD and Blu-ray, and people just sort of have to find them, or it's word of mouth that people, you know, get a chance to check them out. Definitely let me know what you guys think of The Witch Subversion. It kind of looks cool, actually. Almost like a sort of maybe Japanese version of sort of Leon the Professional or something like that, or it has sort of elements of it. That's interesting. Then they also have the DVD of Cadia. Look at this. Interesting art with that really cheapo snake. Together they would save the world. Look at Cadia, nice. After the death of their mother, three twin teenagers transport to a mystical land of Cadia. So it's kind of like a cheapo version of Narnia, kind of, like with mystical powers and them going to a new and mysterious and magical land. Yeah, kind of like a cheapo, really knockoff version of Narnia with kind of ancient Egypt mixed in. That is really weird, dude. If you guys know anything about Cadia, let me know. They also have The Woman in the Red Dress for $9.96. Interesting. Sort of like looks like almost an action movie or a revenge action film. In the violent underground of Chicago, Caesar is the king of crime. He deals drugs out of a popular nightclub and has no regard. Oh, so it's sort of this woman who ends up actually sort of getting revenge on this guy that kills somebody that she loves, and now they're out to sort of clash against one another in sort of this like drug war type of thing. Interesting. They sort of had that Gene Wilder sort of Woman in the Red Dress movie years ago, but that's nowhere near an action movie or a revenge thing. That's more of like a comedy. The Woman in the Red Dress. Interesting. Do not fuck with women in a red dress. They will kick your ass every single goddamn time. Trust me. Oh, and look at this. I'm also seeing they have the 20th anniversary edition of Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride Part 2 as well. God, this are two really awesome movies. I really love these movies so much, dude. It includes the Blu-ray and the DVD, digitally remastered. So it comes with disc 1, which is the Blu-ray of both of the feature films, and disc 2 and 3 are both the DVDs as well. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Nice special features on this disc too. I was hoping another company would release these at some point, like Shout Factory or something, but I have a feeling probably not, man. If they're just now on Blu-ray now, it's going to be a while till another company gets it. I really love these films though, and for $12.96, that's not a bad price, man. That's not bad at all. They also actually over here have a ton of like DVDs over here, man, for like $5, $7.50, stuff I haven't seen in a while, man. Like they have all of those sort of Bond ones, man. They have all these sort of Bond, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, The Living Daylights, World Is Not Enough. They have all of these ones here. They have like D2, The Mighty Ducks, D3, Pet Sematary 2, which I know Scream Factory definitely put out the sequel in like a collector's edition Blu-ray. Race to Witch Mountain, an early Dwayne Johnson movie. I hadn't seen in a long while, man. Swiss Family Robinson. Going over here, they have fucking Car Wash with Richard Pryor and George Carlin. Holy shit, dude. Look at that. Well, that's a blast from the goddamn past. Well, that's really cool, dude. Whoa. Nice. They got that. Oh, a whole bunch of really cool stuff, dude. Wow. Really awesome, man. Nice. Look at all this stuff, dude. Really great, great selection so far, man. And then one other thing I gotta show you guys. I gotta show you this. This is really cool, man. Look at this. The Omen collection. Oh, look at this. The deluxe edition for $39.96. Look at this. Now, I've been seeing actual like pictures. People have been finding this over at Walmart's as of late. Like the Scream Factory, the whole like collection set. Look at this. Oh, look at this, dude. Oh, this is so sweet. Woo, look at that. Very nice. Very cool. Now it has The Omen, Damien the Omen 2, The Final Conflict, Omen 4, which I believe is actually the first time that's ever come on Blu-ray, and the Omen remake as well. That is nice. Look at that. That's a great looking box, dude. I remember the last Omen set that Fox put out was a real piece of garbage, so this one is welcome, dude. Look at that. Oh, so nice. Oh, wow. Dude, if you can find this at your Walmarts, definitely do it, man. That is sweet. That is definitely a find, dude. For $39.96 for all those movies, that's a really great deal, dude. That is a phenomenal deal, man. Definitely let me know if you guys have been finding that at your Walmart and what you think about this. That's really cool, dude. On top of that, they just have some really cool sets here, man. They have like, you know, the Best of Horror 10 film collection, that King of Horror we saw a long while back. They have that, the Star Trek Stardate collection of all movies 1 through 10. They have a John Hughes 5 movie collection right here. which is a really great set. I kind of wish these movies would get like great like releases, like single releases, whether it's through like Criterion or Shout or something. I'd love to see it, dude. Great movies, dude. In fact, actually, She's Having a Baby is actually vastly underrated. Not many people talk about that as far as John Hughes stuff, but that's really good. So is everything, like Some Kind of Wonderful, all that stuff. It's all great, great stuff. I really love that. Dude, so many really great stuff here, dude. Really fantastic. Look at all these box sets and everything, and look at all the selection of movies, dude. Like, they overhauled their section, and it really shows, dude. It looks amazing. They definitely did a phenomenal job over at this Walmart. Absolutely amazing. Really phenomenal, amazing job that they've done here, guys. It's really outstanding. Some really great movies, really great additions that they have, dude. This is definitely the Walmart to go to, for sure. Why can't every Walmart be like this? I mean, seriously, why can't every Walmart be this great with like this much selection and this much variety and all the really cool movies here that you haven't seen around in like a long time, dude? Like, this is some really great selection, really fantastic variety. They've got all the new releases. They've got all the really cool and weird indie titles. They have all these really interesting sort of box sets here, and a lot of really old school titles. Like, this is the Walmart that you always want to definitely go to, man, because they have all the cool variety that you just want to dive into for like hours and hours and hours. And I have to admit, man, that is really cool, dude. Very, very nice. This Walmart has been a pleasure compared to the other Walmart. I just wish the other Walmart that I go to was half as good as this. One can hope, guys. But thankfully I didn't get kicked out this time as well. I know they were kind of circling and seeing if I was around. I evaded capture yet again. Alright, well, now let's head to the third and final location. Alright, everybody, we are now at our third and final location, the Beast Best Buy. Before we go in, I wanted to talk to you about a trailer that I saw recently, which looks really interesting to me, and that is Greyhound, starring Tom Hanks. Now, I've told you guys in the past that I've been a fan of war movies. I really do like war movies quite a bit. I appreciate them. Not every war movie is created equal, obviously. Some are much better than others, but I do like the thrill of it. I like them, you know, honoring the soldiers and honoring the people who have sacrificed their lives for this country. I like seeing the different sides of the fight. I think it's really fascinating stuff. And so when the trailer came out, I really didn't know anything about the movie. And it looks really fascinating to me. Basically, Tom Hanks plays this man who is commanding this submarine, and they're trying to get to the front lines of the war. And basically, to get there, they have to go through the seas in order to get to where they're going, and that is anything but an easy task. They are hounded by other submarines. They're in the battle for their lives. It looks thrilling. It looks just really heart-pounding. It looks like it's got amazing visual effects and CGI. The acting looks really phenomenal here. And Tom Hanks looks like he's really going out of his way to tell a really great story, man. You know, give Tom Hanks a lot of credit. And I've said this honestly before probably to you guys, but it probably bears repeating. Is that, you know, Tom Hanks is somebody who is very passionate when it comes to these war movies. He's somebody who takes them really seriously. He tries to be as accurate as possible. He wants to basically, you know, honor the situations and honor the people, and really wants to be as just as proud of this movie as the people were that were in these wars and these fighting. He wants to just make these people proud of the work that he puts in. And he's done so many wonderful ones, whether it's Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, Bridge of Spies, and many, many more. He's such a really wonderful actor that really just takes his job as somebody who wants to do the best possible job he can, and really wants to bring a certain sense of authenticity to these movies. And I really appreciate that from Tom Hanks, man. I really honestly do. He's also writing the screenplay here, so he's definitely heavily involved in this movie. And I really feel like most likely this is one of like those passion projects that he really wanted to get on the screen. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it looks really cool, man. It looks thrilling. I think the CGI with the water and the fighting with the submarines looks really cool. There's some really great like submarine fighting movies like U-571 and The Hunt for Red October. Hopefully this one is going to join those in the ranks and be a really great one. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Definitely let me know what you think of that one, guys. In the meantime, let's head into the beast and see what Best Buy has in store for us this week. All right, everybody, we are in at Best Buy here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Uncut Gems for $19.99. Ooh, yeah, nice, very nice. I do like the art, the black with sort of almost like the silverish look to it. Very nice, man, very nice indeed, dude. Now, I gotta admit, dude, I feel really bad for Sandler. And I honestly do feel really bad for Sandler. And the reason why I feel bad for Sandler, just being honest with you guys, is that he deserved an Oscar nomination. I mean, really. The problem is that I think the Academy, to be honest with you guys, I think they're just not quite ready to sort of hand Sandler any kind of like win. You know what I mean? Whether it's a nomination or just flat out winning the Oscar, they're just not ready to give him any sort of like legitimacy. And it really sucks, dude, because look, I like Sandler quite a bit. I'm not saying I hate Sandler, but the problem here is that if you really think about it, you know, Sandler has never been the Academy Award winning guy. He's never sucked the cock of the Oscars. He's never done it. I mean, he's done serious roles before, whether it's Punch Drunk Love, which is really great, or I believe he did that movie with Don Cheadle where he played a homeless man. I know he did that movie as well. He's done a couple serious roles, but he's mainly the comedy guy. And, you know, this is really the first film in a long time that I've actually liked Sandler in. Because back in the day, Sandler used to be great with comedies. He used to hit him out of the park every single time, dude. You couldn't wait for an Adam Sandler comedy. And then he started to go down the drain, dude. And, you know, whether I'm talking about, you know, the Grown Ups movies, or whether I'm talking about Jack and Jill, which, by the way, I saw Jack and Jill in the movie theater with Bob, and we both were like, this is the biggest piece of dog shit I think we've ever watched in the history of watching movies. Okay, maybe that's not entirely true, but it's damn close, dude. I mean, that, and, you know, honestly, the Netflix stuff that he's done has been slightly entertaining, but really embarrassing. And, you know, I still appreciate Sandler quite a bit, and I hope he does more unique stuff like Uncut Gems, but I have a feeling that Uncut Gems is kind of a rarity for him. He's going to go back to doing, you know, the regular comedy shtick that he does, and that's what he's going to do, and that's his own thing, which is cool, that's fine, but, you know, I just don't think that the Academy is willing to hand him that. It's kind of like the same thing with Eddie Murphy, man. Eddie Murphy, you know, did Dreamgirls, and that he was huge, and that he was getting a lot of admiration from everybody, and then he does Norbit. Oh, man. And then that killed any chances he had of winning anything, dude. And I think the Academy just doesn't forget about some of the stuff that you've done, dude, which is a real shame, because I don't think that should matter. But it does, unfortunately. And, you know, even Adam Sandler came out with a threat. Adam Sandler ended up coming out with a threat that ended up saying that he that if he didn't get a nomination, that he was actually going to make like some really bad movies, or one of the worst movies you've ever seen. And it was like a real honest threat. And then he didn't get the nomination, and then what ended up happening is that he signed like a 3 or 4 picture deal with Netflix. So he's gonna make more bad comedies, guys. He's gonna make a lot more bad comedies. And God help us, dude. Oh my God, God help us. We're in for one hell of a really bad Adam Sandler movie ride. We really are. I don't know if my eyeballs are ready, dude. I just seriously don't know. They're gonna be tested in a big bad way. God help us all, man. Oh. In the meantime, though, before we get into the really bad Sandler stuff that's coming, definitely give Uncut Gems a look, man, because it is really an awesome movie by far. And Sandler is quite amazing at it, man. All you get here is Money on the Street, the making of Uncut Gems. God, I would have loved to have seen audio commentary, something from the Safdie brothers, who are amazing filmmakers, man. If you have not checked out their previous film, Good Time, definitely do it, because it is a phenomenal movie, dude. By far, man. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to definitely watch Uncut Gems, was because of how good they directed Good Time, and I was like, I couldn't wait to see what they did next, man. And they definitely did not disappoint, dude. Then over here they have a steelbook for A Quiet Place for $24.99. A Mondo steelbook at that. Look at that. Nice. Ooh, that's a cool steelbook, man. Very nice. 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray steelbook. Ooh, that's a nice steelbook, man. Nice. Ooh, we're getting to that time. Almost A Quiet Place Part 2, guys. I am really highly anticipating A Quiet Place Part 2. Not gonna lie, dude. I saw A Quiet Place in the theaters, and, you know, I was hesitant because I had seen movies like A Quiet Place that really disappointed me. But the trailers were just so goddamn good. I could not deny checking the movie out, and it did not disappoint, dude. The acting was phenomenal. The creatures were really interesting and scary looking. The atmosphere, them not speaking and doing everything through sign language, I thought it was really scary and thrilling and entertaining and really on the edge of your seat. And I really loved A Quiet Place, dude. It's so fantastic, man. Highly recommend A Quiet Place. It's so phenomenal. And give big ups to John Krasinski, who directed this movie, also starred in it with his wife, and he is just a very passionate filmmaker, dude. He's somebody who really cares about the performances and about the movie and making the movie the best it possibly can be. And he pulled it off in a big bad way, dude. And that's why I can't wait for A Quiet Place Part 2, because he's back directing it. All the main players from the first one is back. It's diving into more of the mythology, more of going outside of your comfort zone. It looks really cool, dude, and I cannot wait for that, man. I do have actually the original sort of Best Buy exclusive steelbook for A Quiet Place, with sort of Emily Blunt's face, and she's about to like scream or cry or something. I have that, and that's a really great steelbook. But I heard about this Mondo one, and it is really cool. I know Mondo has done some really unique stuff previously, but I've never seen it at Best Buy. This is really awesome, dude. It's really cool that Best Buy is carrying these sort of unique releases, man. It really is. Very nice, dude. If you haven't picked up A Quiet Place yet, definitely do it, because it's such a really good horror movie, and just a sort of almost like apocalyptic thriller that just is really among the best. It honestly is, dude. This is a great steelbook, man. Definitely check this one out at your local Best Buy. Nice, I like this one. Then they also have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Spies in Disguise for $19.99, the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital for $24.99, and another exclusive for Spies in Disguise here with the Best Buy exclusive steelbook for $34.99. Look at that. Interesting artwork there, with sort of Will Smith's character on top and sort of his sort of pigeon look on the bottom. Very interesting. That's what it looks like on the inside. Very cool. Interesting steelbook. You know what? I honestly, though, I got to admit, I still like this artwork more. I really do. Not gonna hate on this one, but a little bit lacking compared to this artwork. I don't know. I like this one better. I like the colors and all the characters on there. This is not bad though, but definitely prefer the regular art, man. Now, it's interesting because I believe this is Will Smith's first sort of animated film since Shark Tale, if I'm not mistaken, and that was 2004, somewhere around there, I believe. So it's been a while since he's really done another animated thing, man. And it's kind of a shame because I would have loved to have seen a sequel to this movie. I would have loved to have seen them do another adventure with these people sort of teaming up with one another. I think the problem is that the movie did not so great at the box office, and see, they moved the release date like 3 or 4 times, and the problem with doing that is at a certain point it's hard to promote a movie like this when like you promote it with one release date and then the next release date is changed again, and then you can't promote it because now you're changing it again. And I really feel bad for everybody who put the effort into this movie, because this was a 20th Century Fox movie that when the merger happened with Disney now owns it, they have it. And so the problem is Disney was never interested in this movie. And like a lot of these 20th Century Fox properties that got pushed over to Disney, they really had no interest in marketing this movie or really caring about putting any effort into it. So I think, for the most part, I think they just decided to sweep this movie under the rug. And that's been a thing with a lot of these sort of ones that they've carried over into Disney. You would think that Disney would want to promote this. You would think Disney would want to do something really cool and sort of make this into a cool franchise and really put the effort into it. But they really had no interest in doing that. And that's really a shame, because Disney now is such a huge company that they take these properties from other people like 20th Century Fox and they just throw them away, man. And Spies in Disguise, unfortunately, really had no chance because, you know, somebody like an Alan Horn or other people higher up in the Disney rankings look at this movie and say, well, we didn't make it, so, you know, we'll take the loss. Screw it, we're not going to promote it. And I think they killed a really great opportunity, because it's a really great animated movie for kids that sort of has that cool sort of 007 vibe that unfortunately just didn't get promoted enough, and it really should, man. It's a shame. But Disney swallowing up all these properties, you're going to get a lot more of things like Spies in Disguise, I hate to say it, man, of movies that are really good, great potential, but Disney really has no interest in them whatsoever. Shame, dude. You get here Super Secret Spy Mode, Gallery, Infiltrating Blue Sky Studios, Top Secret Guide to Gadgets, Music Videos, and more. Not bad. A lot of those special features are more for kids than anything else, not really for adults, but if you do love the movie even as an adult, not bad. Here they do have this exclusive here. Not too bad, but I still prefer that, man. I still think that. And I think the movie is going to look great in 4K, because the picture quality, just when I was checking it out on Amazon Prime, was amazing. So I assume the picture quality is going to be out of this world on 4K, dude. Interesting. Not bad at all, man. And not bad with that great exclusive steelbook for Quiet Place. Very nice. That's cool that Best Buy has that. Uncut Gems, some really cool selection so far. Not bad. Let's see what else they got. Alright guys, and on the side over here I am seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Bombshell for $19.99 right here. Now, you know, what was really interesting and striking to me while watching the movie, and I don't know really if you guys even thought about it, but I did, is that you look at these three ladies, Nicole Kidman, Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, and how it is in the movie, how sort of Nicole Kidman's sort of Gretchen Carlson is kind of getting sort of shooed out of Fox News and is sort of being the sacrificial lamb, and Charlize Theron's character sort of, you know, Megyn Kelly sort of having a problem with the establishment and trying to keep her job, but yet trying to be a strong female. And then you see Margot Robbie sort of wanting to sort of be the next great thing, but having the difficulties with trying to please the establishment even though she doesn't want to. If you look at these three ladies, how it is in the movie is kind of like how it is actually with them as actresses. Because if you really think about it, Nicole Kidman is the one that's the establishment, right? Like, she's been acting for so long, she's got an Academy Award, nominations, and she's been such a wonderful actress and has been at the game longer than these ladies has. And it feels like she's sort of getting the boot a lot, because you don't really see Nicole Kidman doing as many movies as you used to. I mean, if you really think about it, Nicole Kidman is not the powerhouse actress as she used to be. And maybe that's due to age, maybe it's ageism, maybe it's, that, she's no longer the hot chick getting the roles that she used to. And then you look at somebody like Charlize Theron, who is still getting the roles and is still being that major female player, but maybe sort of losing a little bit of her luster a little bit and still trying to stay relevant in the game, possibly. And then you have Margot Robbie, who's much more of an up-and-comer and somebody who has definitely taken the spotlight away from some of these ladies. And it's a really interesting dynamic, just looking at the three of them and how each one of their careers is sort of the way that it is now and how it's sort of reflective in the movie. Really fascinating stuff, dude. But I just kind of thought about that, and it really was interesting to me, sort of just seeing those three ladies and where they are in their careers and how it sort of reflected the movie. Because really think about it. If you really think about it, Nicole Kidman is not what she once was. She's almost on the outs as an actress, not getting the work she used to. Charlize Theron is holding on for dear life, still getting roles, but still trying to stay relevant. And, Margot Robbie is, the one that's the really rising star. So it's very interesting. And I definitely want your take on that, about how sort of women are as they get older, sort of losing their position and sort of getting upstaged by other people, and some of the women trying to still hold on, but yet still falling off. Very fascinating stuff, man. And Bombshell definitely goes into that as well. Very fascinating stuff, man. And the true story is definitely really fascinating and interesting. Even if you're a Democrat or Republican, whether you watch Fox News or don't watch Fox News, this is really an interesting political movie that really goes to the heart of these news organizations and how females actually are viewed. Very interesting stuff, man. Very interesting. You get here convergence, quid pro quo, human dynamics, breaking the fourth wall, layer by layer, unique skill set, catalyst for change. It's basically the making of Bombshell, which is a 7-part documentary. Fantastic documentary. You never see sort of these long documentaries anymore. That's really fantastic that they did that. Plus theatrical trailer as well. Not bad, man. Not bad at all, man. Definitely give this one a look, man. I mean, like I said, I don't watch Fox News. I'm not that type of person. But that doesn't mean that I still can't watch a movie like this and get enjoyment out of it and see an interesting message there. It is really fascinating. It's uncomfortable at times, but I think that's what women have to deal with in general. And, it's interesting to see it from their perspective. It really honestly is. Very interesting stuff, man. They have that. They also have those pre-coronavirus Bond ones that we keep on seeing, man. So they all have those for $19.99 as well. They may go lower because I have a feeling, man, that now that the movie is pushed back, either they're going to pull the stock or they're going to go lower with the price. That's just my assumption, but definitely let me know what you guys think of that one for sure. Well, this is what they got on the side. Let's see what else they got. And on the other side of the new releases, guys, and I'm seeing they have some Disney 4K love over here. The live action Beauty and the Beast and the original animated Beauty and the Beast both are hitting on 4K this week, both $29.99. You have a limited edition Best Buy collectible steelbook for the live action Beauty and the Beast for $34.99 with the belle of the ball, Belle right there. Gorgeous, of course. Emma Watson, absolutely. And that's what it looks like on the inside right there. Not bad. So they do have this. So they also end up having a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital only at Best Buy limited edition collectible steelbook for the original Beauty and the Beast as well. And that's for $34.99 also. Interesting with sort of the rows there. As you can kind of see on the inside there with sort of Belle and the Beast dancing. Not bad. And of course the Walt Disney Signature Collection. Very nice as well. Not bad. Oh, I kind of like that. It kind of has that sort of stained glass feel to it. Look at that. Oh, and it's kind of like raised a bit. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, it has that sort of stained glass feel, especially if you sort of have it in a certain light. Nice. That's not bad, man. I have to admit, man, that I like the animated Beauty and the Beast more than I do the live action one. Now, I actually saw the live action movie in the theater with my girlfriend when it came out, and she's a huge Disney animated fan. She loves all that stuff, man. And so she was really excited about Beauty and the Beast. We went to go see it, and I was underwhelmed by the movie. I mean, I love the Beauty and the Beast story. I love the animated movie so much. It's absolutely classic. A classic from my childhood. I kind of felt like this movie just felt like it was going through the motions. Some of the acting was good. Some of it wasn't. Some of the singing was good. Some of it wasn't. I don't know, man. You know, a lot of these Disney live-action remakes, some of them are worth it and some of them aren't. I think it all depends on really how much you love the originals. If you're sort of ho-hum about them, then I think you're okay with these sort of live-action ones. For me, I have such huge respect and huge sort of nostalgia for the original stuff that, you know, I go into these live action remakes and I am sort of very critical, but you have to understand that it's sort of my childhood, dude. That's how it is. And, you know, I just don't want my childhood in some way to be ruined, and I kind of feel like, you know, why are we replacing the live action movies with the animated ones? Why? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still think this is a good movie. It's not a bad movie by any means. It's well made. Costumes, the lighting, the CGI, everything's good. It just somehow doesn't have the same type of magic as the original does. And that's the thing about it, man. That's just my thought about it. I mean, I will admit, though, honestly, I will admit that I heard a rumor that Disney Plus might do a prequel series with Luke Evans' character and Josh Gad's character before the events of Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, why? Why? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's stupid. No, like, it's asinine. And I'm just realizing that now Disney is all about the cash, dude. That's what they are, dude. They honestly could care less about, you know, if anything makes sense. If they think that a single second that a prequel series with Josh Gad and Luke Evans is going to make money, then they're going to do it. Be damned what I think or you guys think. That's why they do these live action remakes, and that's why a majority of them I just don't care for, because I just feel like, you know, we're replacing the original, more superior version with something that's slightly less. Is it just my thoughts? I mean, am I going crazy? I mean, definitely let me know, guys. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think, man. Definitely let me know about this. But if you are interested in the 4Ks and more Disney 4K love, then they do have the live action steelbook, they do have the animated steelbook, and the regular 4Ks as well. Definitely if you are interested in those, guys. Also, there's a collectible steelbook for Trolls here for $17.99 with exclusive steelbook packaging. I know there's that new Trolls movie that's coming out soon, so maybe they're like doing this for like promotion wise or something, but That's kind of interesting. Trolls. I kind of like Trolls. It wasn't anything special. It was cute. It was good for kids. It didn't really do anything for me ultimately, but it's got its fans. The music was good. Kids would really like the colors and everything. I sort of looked at the trailer for the new Trolls movie that's coming out, and I really didn't like that one. That really looks kind of terrible. It's kind of bad when I can say the first Trolls is going to probably be way better than the second Trolls movie. But I don't know. I mean, this had its moments, so I wasn't really like high on it. But that's just me, though, guys. They do have that for $17.99, which is a really good price. Honestly, though, there is a lot of bonus features here. You do get interactive features, deleted scenes, creating troll magic, all that stuff. They do have that. And on these editions, I almost forgot to say that they do have all of the features that were on there previously just added onto the 4K Blu-ray stuff. So they do have all of the same features. Nothing really new here, just really the same stuff that you've seen before. So they do have that. So if you've already bought these editions, I really don't see the point in getting them. But that's just my opinion, though, guys. I don't really see the point to it. I'm also seeing over here they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Charlie's Angels for $19.99. The 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital for $24.99. Now, so I think before the movie came out, if I'm not mistaken, Elizabeth Banks did an interview. Now, Elizabeth Banks is the director of this movie. Also, she ends up starring in the film as well. And she said something to the sense of, like, if the movie doesn't do well, then it just ends up reiterating the point that men do not go see women in action films, that they go see the superhero comic book stuff like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because they're comic book movies, and that's more of a sort of guy's genre type of thing. And, you know, when I read that quote, I thought, man, that is a bunch of horse shit. Really. I mean, honestly, guys, that is a bunch of pure crap. That is shit, dude. Because, I'm sorry, you know, there has been a lot of really wonderful, great female-led action movies that have done really well and are really well-loved by a lot of men. There really is. I mean, Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2, you know, La Femme Nikita. You can say a lot of the Mila Jovovich stuff. You can go ahead and say Charlize Theron, you know, a lot of the newer action chicks that are coming out. You know, Leon the Professional with a young, kick-ass Natalie Portman. I mean, there's a lot of really great female-led action stuff out there. And to go ahead and say that because this movie doesn't do well, that it's because men don't like women in action movies. What kind of pure crap and shit that is, dude? That is fucking garbage. That's terrible, dude. Nobody is saying that they don't like female-led action movies. That's just wrong, dude. That's just pure crap. People want a good story. They want good characters. They want an engaging plot. They want to be entertained. And if the movie is not good, then that's why it fails at the box office. Not because, you know, there's some weird male conspiracy that, you know, we're out to, you know, put females down and don't like female-led action stuff. What kind of hokey, sort of like woke crap that is? Come on, man. You know, you guys know that I really love a good, strong female action star, but this is just not that, dude. It's not that. It's trying to be too hipster-like. It's trying to be sort of edgy, and it's not edgy, dude. It's not edgy at all, man. Not one goddamn bit, man. You know, what I liked about that Charlie's Angels movie, you know, back in, I think, like 2000 or so, was that it felt fun. It felt entertaining. It felt fresh. It it was trying to be entertaining. It wasn't trying to take itself seriously because it knows the premise is over the top ridiculousness, and they were just having fun with it, and you could tell, and it felt right for the time. Even the old school Charlie's Angels stuff with Jacqueline Smith and those ladies, at the time when that came out, I think it was the right time for it. I think it felt like the right time for that type of show. I think people really gravitated towards that show, not only because of the good-looking ladies, because of the action stuff and them being very capable. I think everything worked at that point. I just don't see how this movie failing is men's fault. I just don't see that crap, dude. I mean, this movie has a lot of things problem-wise to it. I mean, not only is it sort of a dull movie, action's not that great, but at the end of the day, it's just an old white guy being the villain. That's it, dude. I mean, what would have been really cool is if they had a female villain. Like, go a little bit more progressive and do a female action villain. What I'll give that Charlie's Angels sequel credit for, and even though I don't really love that one, I'll give it credit for the idea that they had Demi Moore being the villain. And it was really cool, and it was a really cool idea to have her sort of be a former angel and fighting the current angels. I like that stuff. This just felt the same old tropes, the same old crap. It's nothing new, it's nothing interesting, and I don't care how sort of hipster-like you're trying to be, or, how edgy you're going to be, or trying to be funny with, like, Kristen Stewart's one-liners, which really didn't work. It's a terrible fucking movie. Doesn't matter, dude. And blaming men for your failings is just complete and utter bullshit. That's just my thoughts. Definitely let me know what you guys thought, but I just had to rail against that, because that is garbage, dude. You get deleted in extended scenes, gag reel. Elizabeth Banks is Bosley. Oh, the music video, Don't Call Me Angel. Tailored for Dangan's Styling the Angels. It's good featurettes. This movie, man, wait till Black Friday. If you like this movie, fine, whatever. Wait till Black Friday when a sale comes down for this movie, because I wouldn't pay $20 or $25 for this. I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't take the slipcover and wipe my ass with it for that much money. Bullshit. That's just my thoughts, man. Definitely let me know what you think of this. God, did not like that whatsoever. Crap. Other than that, not bad selection here, guys. I mean, yeah, they had Charlie's Angels, Trolls, some Disney 4K love. Not bad so far, guys. Interesting stuff we're seeing. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright, guys, we are in this section of Best Buy, and first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray of The Witch Subversion. Yes, for $14.99 right here. Nice. Very interesting. Yeah, not much really more to say about this. I'm kind of actually interested in what you guys think of, like, a lot of these more underrated sort of Japanese action movies. It's kind of funny because my dad used to love that stuff. Used to love all those Japanese stuff, the Chinese stuff, like the Jackie Chan action movies and everything like that. And he was somebody who was a big champion of, like, all those sort of old school sort of martial arts and action movies from overseas. And it's kind of interesting because they've actually have gotten more popular here in the States, but still not popular enough for them to be in theaters, like more than they actually just come to disc and you just happen to find them type of deal. The market is there, but I kind of have a feeling like the market isn't as popular as they think it is. So some of them just get dropped off with, like, nothing like this, has no special features at all, man. But it looks really interesting to me. Definitely let me know what you guys think of that. They also have Inherit the Viper, the Blu-ray DVD digital for $16.99 right here. And as I said, man, Josh Hartnett, dude dude doesn't get as much love as he used to, man. I remember some really great movies he was in, man. You know, whether it was Halloween H2O, which I think he was actually really good in, man. Bunraku, of course, he was really good at the beginning of Sin City. I thought that was really great. Another one I can really recommend that I really like quite a bit is 40 Days and 40 Nights. And it's a comedy basically where I think for Lent he gives up sex. Like, he gives up all kinds of sex, whether it's, you know, jerking off or having actual, you know, sex and all it, you know, watching porn and everything like that. And just the madness and the craziness and the hilarity that he has to go through trying to sort of not do anything sexual for 40 days is pure hilarity, guys. It is so fucking funny. I love that movie so goddamn much, man. I really honestly do. And man, it's just kind of a shame that Josh Hartnett really doesn't get as much love as he used to, man. God, it's a real goddamn shame. He used to be sort of the big guy on campus, used to be the huge sort of actor, young guy, a lot of potential. And then he sort of dropped off. I think it was sort of movies that bombed, like Hollywood Homicide and a lot of that other stuff that, you know, seem like sure bets, and they basically just end up bombing. And as you guys know with Hollywood, and I've said it over and over again, once you fail and keep on failing multiple times, Hollywood wants nothing to do with you anymore. And that's a real goddamn shame. But it's people like Josh Hartnett that take the hit, man. Interesting. They also over here, I am seeing all the way over, guys, they have the Steelbook, the Scream Factory exclusive Steelbook of Big Trouble in Little China for $16.99. Look at this thing, dude. Now, we have been seeing they did have, and actually still do, they have a couple copies of Slumber Party Massacre here. But this, I believe, we're seeing for the first time, man. And look at this beauty. Oh, this looks really fantastic with sort of the greens and sort of the neons and with the villain and the swords and Kurt Russell with the gun. So cool, dude. Oh, this is a fantastic Steelbook, man. If you guys have been watching the pickup videos, you know that I recently picked up Big Trouble in Little China, and I don't have the Steelbook. I have just the regular collector's edition that Scream Factory put out, but I really dig this movie, dude. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Carpenter, man. Carpenter, to me, is one of my favorite directors of all time. Top 10 for sure, man. And it's kind of interesting because we look at movies like Halloween and The Thing and They Live and some of those other ones, and those are the movies that people recognize Carpenter for. Movies like Big Trouble in Little China, you really, when you hear about his filmography, this is one that doesn't right away come to people's minds, which is kind of a shame because it's such a really great movie, man. And the martial arts here and Kurt Russell's character is funny as shit, and I think it's got a really great sort of sense of humor to it. I really like this one. It is really true. It mixes the action, comedy, romance, and horror, and it mixes it all in a really unique and wonderful way. And that's what I've always loved about Carpenter, dude, is he can take different types of genres and sort of mash them together, or do something that on paper doesn't seem to work, but yet pulls it off, dude. And that's what's so fucking brilliant about Carpenter, dude. I think a lot of people are finding out more and more about Carpenter over the years, and he's gained more of a love and appreciation. I'm so glad to see that. If you guys have never checked out Big Trouble in Little China, definitely do it. It is so well worth it, man. Just for Kurt Russell alone, dude. He's absolutely the tits. Definitely check this one out, man. Awesome. And a lot of great special features here as well. Amazing interviews here. Audio commentaries are really enjoyable. This is a really great Scream Factory release, man. That definitely deserves more love. So if you find it at Best Buy and haven't seen it yet, definitely pick this one up for sure, man. Not bad this week. Not bad at all. Some really cool releases, man. Some exclusives that I haven't been seeing around. Some new stuff. Not half bad. Might there be anything else? We'll definitely take a quick look and see. Alright guys, we are over in this section of Best Buy, and I'm noticing a couple things that they just must have recently gotten in, which is very cool indeed, man. And I am seeing they have the collector's edition Blu-ray release of Silver Bullet for $21.99, dude. Now, if you guys have recently seen the Blu-ray pickup video, you guys know I got Silver Bullet, man. And this is a really great old school werewolf movie, man. Yes, not as good as American Werewolf in London, and not as good as The Howling, I'll fully admit it, but I really love this, man. Gary Busey's great here as the uncle. I love Corey Haim in this. I love sort of the priest turn werewolf. I think it's really clever. Yeah, the werewolf sometimes doesn't really look like a werewolf. Sometimes it ain't the effects ain't the hottest. But I think it's really well done, dude. And I think it's a really good Stephen King adaptation, man. That's really cool that they have this here, man. Really nice. They've been definitely carrying more Scream Factory as of late by far, dude. That's really cool, man. I love the cover, too. Very nice. Part human, part wolf. Total terror. Nice. Very cool that they have that, man. And I'm also seeing that they have... Oh, they also have the collector's edition release of Silent Hill for $19.99. Look at this. Nice. That is really cool. And look at that artwork, dude. I wouldn't want to make out with that chick. That's for damn sure. Pyramid Head. I saw this in the movie theater with, I believe I saw it with Bob, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, we saw this movie, and I've never really played the video games. I've never really done that, dude. So I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew of the video games, but I never really played them. But when I watched the movie, I thought it was good. I wasn't like absolutely, totally 100% in love with the movie. I think there's some issues with the film, pacing issues and whatnot. But I thought the gore and the blood was really impressive here. And Pyramid Head, dude, man, that guy is fucking brutal, man. There's like a part of the movie where I think that the dude like rips the skin off of somebody, like it's like a blanket coming off. Like, what the fuck? Like man, brutal stuff, dude. I think the makeup effects are really cool here. I like the look of Silent Hill with sort of the deep, like, heavy fog. I think it's not a bad movie, dude. Rhoda Mitchell's really good in this. Sean Bean is really cool here as well. In fact, this is one of the rare Sean Bean roles that he actually doesn't die in. So, you know, go Sean Bean. But it's not bad, man. I haven't revisited it in a while. Like, I watched it a couple times, and then I haven't watched it for a long time. So I may have to revisit this one, man. I remember liking it, but not loving it. But, you know, over time, I could, you know, definitely get into it and see whether I really like it. But this is really cool that Best Buy has this, man. They've been definitely carrying a lot more Scream Factory, as I said, and a lot more sort of unique releases. And it's really cool to see this. I hope people sort of find these more unique titles and releases on the shelves. You know, sometimes people don't really go hunting for these things, and I try to check out stuff from time to time, and it's really cool to see Best Buy giving the love to these more unique labels, and I'm hoping that maybe in the future we'll see some Arrow, maybe Severin, you know, maybe Vinegar Syndrome. You know, if they have Scream Factory, maybe other ones will happen over time. I mean, let's hope, guys, but actually that's really cool, man. Not bad at all. And then over here, guys, I'm seeing this whole Build Your Bond movie collection display right here, which has some of the Bond stuff, man. Very interesting that has some of that stuff. Of course, they're out of the actual James Bond collection on Blu-ray, but they do end up having the Blu-ray digital of the Sean Connery collection, Volume 1 right here. They do have that with this nice artwork. Not bad. I love that sort of classic Bond look with the gun. Very nice. Look at that. Now this has in it Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Goldfinger. Very nice. So they do have that. I think it looks like it's just the movies though. They do have that. Nice. Honestly, out of the three, I think I'm partial to Goldfinger, but Dr. No is really good though, man. They do have that. They also have the Sean Connery Collection Volume 2. And this has with it Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Are Forever. God, I think I would, out of that one, I would probably pick a Thunderball for me. That would probably be the one out of this set. Classic. Sean Connery is an amazing Bond, man. Really cool. Interesting one there. They also have the Blu-ray digital of the Roger Moore Collection Volume 1 here. Very classy Bond look. Of course, not as classy as Mr. Connery, but very classy as well. This comes with Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, and The Spy Who Loved Me. I would have to say Live and Let Die, but a lot of people would say The Man with the Golden Gun, which is not bad either. They do have that. They also end up having volume 2 of the collection set here for more, and that has Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, and A View to Kill. A View to Kill. Oh man, that's great. Man, I have to admit that Moore had some of the best names for his movies, honestly. Like Moonraker and Octopussy. Like, ain't nobody gonna call any movie, a Bond movie like Octopussy. Never again, dude. Man, that was back in the day when you could do that shit. Oh, man. And it's kind of weird because, my friends and I were having discussions on the various Bonds, and we were talking about Roger Moore, and we could have sworn that Roger Moore did less movies than Connery. But actually, it looks like he did more, man. I think we were thinking certain movies that were Moore were actually Connery. We were kind of mixing it up, man. I'm kind of surprised that he did as much as he did of those movies, man. I mean, some people really look at Sean Connery as the classic one, but he's done, I think, more movies, though. That's interesting. More movies doesn't mean it, honestly, he's actually more classic than the other one, but it's just kind of interesting that he did more. I don't remember that, but You also have the Pierce Brosnan collection as well. Now, Pierce Brosnan, man, Pierce Brosnan doesn't really get the kind of love as Bond that maybe he might deserve. That's just my 2 cents, dude. I mean, it's a great classic Bond look, though, that he has, dude. I mean, this is the Bond that I grew up with, man. This was my Bond back in the day, dude. I mean, I loved GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough. Die Another Day is a real shit fest. I hate to say it, dude. I mean, there's points in it I like, but I like the whole thing with Jinx and... I didn't like that shit, dude. And it's kind of funny because my girlfriend's really big into music. And I told her, I said, yeah, Madonna did the theme song for Die Another Day, one of the Bond movies. And she's like, really? She had never heard of it. And so I let her listen to it, and I said, just forewarn you, it's really techno, man. Very techno. And she listened to it, and it was like, so, die another day, another day, and it was like just weird techno shit. And my girlfriend kind of looked at me like, this music's dog shit. And I'm like, yeah, kind of indicative of the movie. But I do like Brosnan's run, though. I do, man. He just was during a time when I was sort of getting into Bond, and he was my preferred one, dude. Yeah, I sort of have a soft spot for Pierce. They also have the Daniel Craig collection on 4K. They have that. They also have the Blu-ray digital of the Daniel Craig collection as well. So the 4K is $44.99. The Blu-ray is $21.99. They also have the old school Blu-ray of Casino Royale for $10.99. The 4K. The Blu-ray of Quantum of Solace, which, geez, they couldn't get a better picture? Really? Shit, man. Daniel Craig don't look good in that picture, man. Shit. They didn't do him any justices with this cover. Fuck, man. The 4K of that as well. Of course, you also have the original Blu-ray of Skyfall. Have the 4K. And the 4K of Spectre and the Blu-ray of Spectre as well. God, this movie is still my albatross, dude. I just, man, I love Craig so much, dude. I really honestly do. And I think Craig has done an outstanding run as Bond. Even though a lot of people may agree that, some movies are good. A lot of people would disagree with me on certain movies that I like versus what they like. But I think Spectre is honestly, out of all of the Craig run, is the worst, dude. And I'm really hoping that whenever we get No Time to Die, who knows if we're getting it in November or whatnot, the whole coronavirus crap is going on. But when we do, I really hope it ends his run in a satisfying way. And honestly, with all of the Bonds, it doesn't matter whether it's Craig or Pierce, Roger, Sean, or, Timothy Dalton, whoever, dude. They've all had their sort of good movies and their bad movies. You know what I'm saying? I think it's how you look at the overall of their tenure as Bond to sort of see whether they succeeded or not. And I think at the end of the day, I think Daniel Craig will succeed as Bond overall with his filmography as 007. But will it match things like Connery and Moore? Definitely let me know, guys. Very interesting. I definitely want to know your opinions on that one. Other than that, that does it for Best Buy, dude. There was so much stuff to check out this week. There was a lot of really great deals, a lot of really great stuff to give a chance to and look at. Dude, great week for physical media by far. All right, not bad. Let's head out. Best Buy pulls through yet again, guys. Yes, indeedy, man. I have to admit that this out and about, I knew there would be a lot of really great releases this week. I mean, it was definitely a plentiful week, but there was so much stuff to check out at the stores. Well, except for the first Walmart, but well, we know how that is, guys, let's be honest. But you know, Target had all the releases, the second Walmart had all the releases, plus all those cool indie titles and some, old school forgotten movies that I haven't seen in a long time, plus that Omen box set. Here, they had exclusives up the ass, all the new releases, some of the indie titles, and a lot of Scream Factory. Man, we are seeing quite a lot of Scream Factory as of late, and that's only a good thing at the stores by far, man. A lot of really great releases. The stores are definitely going out of their way to put out the media, and I'm so happy for that, dude. They say physical media is dying, but, from my vantage point doing these out and abouts, I don't see it. But that's just me, guys. But, oh, so good here. So good here by far. Best Buy pulled through yet again. Definitely awesome here, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head home and finish the video. All right, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And this week was definitely one of those really interesting weeks where I knew we were getting a lot of releases, but I just didn't know that it was going to be a huge abundance of titles that we were going to find at the various stores, whether it was cool indie titles or a hell of a lot of exclusives. There was a lot of really cool stuff that was out in the stores, man. Definitely check out the stores this time around, because I guarantee you, once you do some hunting at these stores, you'll find some really unique and interesting stuff for sure, man. So definitely go out and sort of take a look around, because you never know what you'll find until you start to dive into the media a little bit, man. So definitely give that stuff a look for sure, dude. And, I wanted to say a few things. One, I wanted to say that, today I got a really nice surprise by somebody at the second Walmart that I went to, who ended up saying to me, Seth, you gotta check out the Omen box set over there. And I was like thinking, at first I was like, do I know this person? Like I was a little like off kilter. I was like, well, wait a minute, do I know you? And once I realized that actually this person is just a fan of the channel who saw me filming and wanted to say, hey, you should check that out over there. That's really cool. And it was a complete and total surprise to me. I so wasn't expecting this. And it just really made my day, because, when I do these out and abouts, I never think to myself that anybody actually recognizes me. I just sort of do my thing and go off and, show off the media and talk a little bit, and then off I go. You know, I just don't think that sometimes people really give two craps about me. Really, honestly. I mean, that I do my thing and I go about my business and that's it. I'm not like a Cool Duder or a Wet Movie One or a Cinema Sickness, that I think like wherever they go, people are just gonna recognize them and oh hey, I just don't think I have that sort of uh like cachet on YouTube to actually like think anybody cares. But it was a really pleasant surprise to me, and you know it sort of warms your heart at times to think people actually kind of care at points, because as I've said, doing YouTube is so difficult, man, and there's times when you just feel like you just want to roll up into a ball and just sort of hide in a corner and just stay away from the world. You're just so exhausted, and there's so many things that are going on, and you got to worry about the next week and watching all these movies and setting up the next videos, and sometimes it gets really exhausting and very daunting. And sometimes it's nice to be reminded that people care about you enough to want to go out and sort of say hi to you, or b appreciate your work enough. And it was just a highlight of my day, and it really just made it even more special. So I really thank this person a lot for doing that. It makes me appreciate doing this even more than I already do, because I feel so lucky doing this anyways. But a chance for them to really go out of their way to say that and appreciate the work is really fulfilling. So thank you. I really do appreciate that, man. But a lot of really great things at the stores this time around, guys. So much great selection and variety, a lot of places, as I showed off. So definitely give a look at the stores for sure, man. And let me know what you picked up this week. I am dying to know. As far as I'm concerned, well, let's get into it, man, because I picked up a release. Well, I got airmail, in fact, royal mail. Yes, I did. I got another release from the UK. Now, this is actually a Tom Selleck movie, and can you believe I have never actually had a Tom Selleck movie in the collection? It's time to rectify that one, guys. And this one is definitely one I remember from back in the day on cable and on VHS, and it's a slice of really cool, like, sci-fi thriller goodness. And I haven't watched this one in ages, dude. And there's not a release of this in the States, only in the UK. And when they announced it, I was like, oh my god, man, I gotta get up on this, because I remember this being so good. And it just sort of tickled my nostalgia from back in like the 80s and everything. So I had to pick it up, dude. And I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. I remember really loving it back in the day. So hopefully it still entertains me now. So cannot wait to check this bad boy out. I also ended up getting a release, actually two releases, from Mondo Macabro right here. Now, I love Mondo Macabro, dude. I think they're a unique company that puts out some really bizarre titles at times. And I just love the effort that they put into their releases. And these two are no exception. The first one is actually an Umberto Lenzi movie. Now, I really love Umberto Lenzi for his cannibal movies, but I'm really actually really interested in checking this one out. He does some really cool like sexual exploitation movies, and this seems like one of those cool sort of thriller sexual exploitation ones that I'm dying to check out. I've never heard of it, but I like Lenzi, so I'm gonna give it a chance, man. And the second title is actually a movie that I have been obsessed with checking out for a really long time. And the reason why is that this movie is connected to Tarantino. It's not directed by Tarantino. Tarantino has no direct involvement in it. However, it's actually a movie that has influenced Tarantino enough that he actually named one of the characters in a movie he did after this film. And I've been dying to find this movie. I've been dying to check this out. What is the obsession that Tarantino had with this? And I've never been able to find it. And when Mondo Macabro announced it, I was like, I gotta get up on this. So I definitely did. And these are limited edition movies. There were only like a certain number of copies. I believe they're sold out if I'm not mistaken. So I was so happy I got on these ones big time, because I definitely do. And when Mondo Macabro puts up a sale, some new titles, I definitely pay attention in a big bad way. And these were ones I definitely wanted. So I'm happy to have these on top of Royal Mail and Not Have Bad Guys. A few titles right here, plus so much more that I've gotten and will be getting for the month of March. But you guys will not find out exactly what I got until my pickup video, which will drop next month. It will show off all the titles that I got for the month of March. And March Madness is a real thing, man. A lot of really great media coming out. New releases, limited editions, collector's editions, retro titles, 80s, 90s, new age titles. I'm picking up a lot of really cool stuff, guys. So definitely stay tuned to that video, on top of other videos that are coming to the channel very soon. More movie reviews. The January pickup video will be out either this weekend or next weekend, so keep a lookout for that as well, plus other unique videos that are coming to the channel very soon. It's a great time to be a movie lover, man. Some really cool titles that are coming from the winter, on top of great stuff in the theater. I love being a movie lover. Any time of year is really great, but this time we're definitely getting a lot of great stuff on the horizon, man. So it's all good for sure, man. So definitely take advantage of all of that, and definitely stay tuned to the videos that are coming. And before I go, I want to say a couple more things. One, I wanted to say a few words about Max von Sydow, who recently passed away. I remember seeing Max von Sydow in movies like The Exorcist and Flash Gordon, Conan. Those were movies that I grew up on. But not only that, I recently found out that he was actually in Ghostbusters 2, which I never knew about. He actually voiced the character of Vigo. He's uncredited. And I'm like, that's really cool, dude. I never knew that before. And I was going through his filmography. I'm like, that's really awesome. I mean, a lot of people know him from, movies like Shutter Island, Minority Report, and a lot of other really great stuff. Judge Dredd, the old school one with Stallone. He's done a lot of really great work, dude. And he seems like such a really engaging actor who gave 110% no matter what he did. Big role, small role. He really loved what he did, and a lot of you guys have these movies on your shelves. I do, you guys do as well. These movies are not going to be forgotten anytime soon. As long as we cherish them and we keep those movies alive, then they're never going to die. So Max von Sydow's legacy is going to live on forever and ever. Max von Sydow, sir, you gave us so many wonderful moments in cinema, and we will cherish those movies, and thank you for all that you have done for us movie lovers, and I appreciate you so much, and rest in peace, sir. You will sorely, sorely be missed by far. And one more thing before I go is I found this article that I really wanted to talk about, and that is one that I really feel needs to be sort of talked about, and that is Paramount launching Paramount Presents, a banner for specialty Blu-ray releases. Now, this is a really cool article, man, and it talks about how while some studios have their fingers crossed that physical media will eventually die out, Paramount is going in the opposite direction with Paramount Presents. The new label plans to highlight films from Paramount's library with specialty Blu-ray releases of remastered films and limited runs of classic titles in select theaters. And the first ones that they have on the docket are Fatal Attraction, King Creole, and To Catch a Thief. But this is a really, really great way to keep physical media alive. You're always going to hear about the Disneys that are going out of their way to get rid of physical media. You're always going to hear about these big conglomerates that want streaming to prevail. But it's really great to see companies like Paramount and a lot of these specialty places, in the UK, these indie, companies like, Shout Factory and Vinegar Syndrome, Severin and Code Red and Criterion and Arrow and all these wonderful places, Mondo Macabro, and just these wonderful places that are really going out of their way to preserve physical media and keep the medium alive. Sometimes, we always talk about how, physical media is a medium that is not long for this world, but I disagree. I think if we're very creative on these releases, if we're creative in how we package them and the artwork and presenting something for fans to really want to dive into and buy, then physical media will stay alive. We just have to be creative about it. And I really just wanted to highlight, Paramount sometimes doesn't always do the greatest of jobs, but I have to point out when companies do really good and really keep physical media alive and the hope for physical media alive. And anytime a company does it, I really want to highlight that. So thank you to Paramount, and thank you for all these companies that are really going out of their way to prove that physical media is still a viable thing that people can depend on. And that's really great. So thank you to them so much. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And, you know, if you like how I talk about movies, if you like everything I do, then hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank my subscribers so much. You guys are so awesome, going out of your way to watch the video, subscribing, commenting, and really giving me the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you to you so much. And you give the love to me, and I hope I give the love right back to you. So thank you. And keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright guys, this was a plentiful week for sure, and hopefully the trend will continue. But I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care everybody, and happy hunting.